This is going to be not just today. This is not going to be it. We're going to do a multiple part series on this. Now, how it is going to start is we have multiple steps. As I've done it with the dropshipping part, it is always going to be in multiple steps because I don't want you guys to move forward without knowing where you need to start. I can tell you all about fulfillment, how nice we're going to make the packages and stuff. If you don't know anything about how to find a market, to find a fitting product to, you're not going to understand anything. It's not going to benefit you, right? We'll get there once we get the sales, once we get everything rolling. So today we're going to discuss only 3 of them. Now there's also going to be coming a step 9. I haven't had added it in here yet, but it's going to be basically or 2 part or 3 part series. Now the main majority part is this, and of course the creatives. So the most important ones, if I can draw, the most important one is market and product, because this is where you need to start with, and your research. Research is one of the biggest parts where you need to really go into. Now, even today, I still do my research. Even if I have my brand, I still keep doing research. I still keep reading reviews, etc. And I will get into that later. Now, website is important, but not the most important thing, right? And besides that, creatives, research, creatives, these go hand in hand, right? These two go hand in hand. Now, I will explain the creative part later on, and the research part I will explain today. But you guys will understand why the creatives and the research go hand in hand and why they're so crucial in basically making a good branded dropshipping store. Now, the ads, running ads, fulfilling, and scaling, these are also important, but they're basically not on the same level as these, especially the creatives and research. They're not on the same level, right? So once we find the first step, the second step, the third step, today we're going to go over to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and another call. So I'm also going to be doing calls during the week, so it's not going to be just Saturday. So next week, probably on Wednesday, I'm planning a call. I will let you guys know more about this in the Discord. But we're going to do a weekly call, 2 or 3 weekly calls, so I can really explain this stuff. Okay. So the first thing we want to start off with is our market. Now, once we try to do branded dropshipping, we don't even look for a winning product. This is not what we do. We look for a market, and the reason we do this is you can find a product, but if there's no market behind it, it's not going to sell well, right? So the first thing we want to look into is here, if the market is a dying market. Now with this, I don't mean that the market doesn't have any demand, that there's like no people in it. No, what I mean is that people are dying for change. So for example, if you are really, really like dirt broke, dirt poor, you don't have any money, you'll do anything to make that money. Like 50 Cent says, it's just basically get rich or die trying. He basically wanted to get rich so much, or he would much rather die than not getting rich. So the only thing in his mind is basically that. Now, you're not going to have something as strong as that basically with a market for, let's say, fat loss or knee pain, etc. But we want someone to have some really, really big emotions when they want to change their situation around. Now, once we go into that, how we will find that is through problems or insecurity. I like to focus more on insecurities more personally. A lot of people like problems too. Problem is also really, really smart. Now, for example, a problem I have as an entrepreneur, if I keep looking at my screen all day long, my eyes hurt, my head becomes a bit, I kind of feel sickish because I'm just looking at my screen 12, 14-hour days, etc., etc. This is a problem for me, right? This is a big market. This is why you also see Gadzi, like Iman Gadzi launching his blue light glasses and the other sunglasses, right? And also, for example, Alex Sadlak has also launched his own blue glasses. You'll see more. You'll see maybe even Tate launch one. You'll see someone else launch one anyway. It's going to keep getting more and more because people realize it's a big market, right? People realize like shit. If you're actually an entrepreneur, you do SMMA, dropshipping, whatever business you do, you're an online entrepreneur. You have to look at your screen for 10, 12, maybe even 16 hours a day, and it hurts your eyes. So the problem is basically your eye pain, right? Your eyes are in pain, and the solution is this is the product. Now, we will go into that later here. So the product is basically the sunglasses or the blue light glasses. But the problem, which we want to look for, which is the most important thing, is that your eyes are in pain. Now, this you can take for anything else: knee pain, back pain, ankle pain, I don't know, some other things that are genuinely affecting someone's daily life, which is the most important thing. Because I'm daily looking at a screen for 12 hours, it genuinely just affects me. So I have to go ahead and buy a product. Right? If someone is walking every single day, which everyone does, right? You want to walk pretty comfortably. You don't want to experience knee pain. You don't want to experience ankle pain while walking. So if this happens to you all the time, This is a huge problem in your life. So you want to solve it, right? And there's two ways of pain. Now, first one is basically physical pain, like literally your eyes hurt or your knee hurt because you're walking or your back hurts, right? This is the first one. This is usually going to relate more to a problem. This is not per se an insecurity, right? Another problem could be, for example, um, a problem is a big problem or a big problem people have in entertainment. Entertainment is a huge industry because people are bored. This is not an insecurity, but people are just bored. People think to themselves, like, I don't have anything to do. I want to have something to do. Television, you can sell this easily, right? This is a different type of problem, but it doesn't per se have to be a physical problem. Now, the other one is insecurity. Now, this is going to go more into emotions. This is going to go more into how you feel. And this I like more because you can just push buttons on people. Now, if someone is genuinely experiencing knee pain, of course they're going to try to fix something about it, right? But they also think to themselves, oh, I can just also bite through it. But if you have an insecurity, if you're so insecure about something, for example, as a man, you have a big belly, or you're balding basically as a man. A lot of you guys are, all of you guys are men here, so I mean you can probably imagine it for yourself. You think to yourself like you don't want this. You're gonna get. How many men do you guys know that have gotten a hair transplant? Probably fucking multiple. Let alone multiple people you know. Maybe someone that is really close to you as family has done it. Maybe one of your friends did, right? A lot of people do this because they're so insecure about their hairline. Because this is a really big thing for men because they just, keep losing their hair, they keep balding. Another one is basically man boobs. You have saggy boobs as men, or you have gyno, right? Or you have a fat beer belly or like a dad bod. You want to get rid of it. So these are big insecurities which affect your daily life because you experience pain in a different way. You experience pain as a feeling, right? So an example would be a man experiences, for example, he has gyno, and people just point it out sometimes, and he's like hearing it, and he keeps thinking about it in his head, and just feels fucked up about it. Just feels so insecure. He feels unconfident. He doesn't want to wear anything tight on his body anymore. He's going to wear oversized clothing. He's going to wear hoodies. No, I'm not wearing a hoodie. I'm not insecure, but shit, you get the point. A fat man or a person with a lot of weight, or man boobs, would wear a hoodie to try to hide this. Now, what we can do, now we're going to come into this with the product part, is find a fitting product for this market, right? For this insecurity. Now, how we know the product is going to fit is if it solves this problem or insecurity. Now, for example, body shaper for men. I don't have a picture, but it's basically a shaper you put on, and your belly basically gets pressed inward because it has a double-sided material there, right? Or your chest gets pressed inward. Another one for the knee pain, for example, would be a knee massager. This is how you can solve that problem. Now, if you want to solve an insecurity for women, let's say, for example, a woman has a lot of, it's also a huge industry, by the way. Women have a lot of loose skin on their jawline when they get older, or they have like wrinkles, etc. They want to get rid of that. Botox. Everyone knows Botox is a huge fucking industry. You spend 5,000, 10,000 on one operation or one surgery, as little as that. And if you take that and you try to give them a cheaper option, so something that's going to, not cost 5,000, but also get them from point A to point B, right? Basically from being unconfident, feeling bad about their skin, thinking it's the end of the world. They see it daily, they feel insecure, etc., etc. Other girls give them to say that to them, and it just hits them the whole time in their heart. They don't feel nice about it, and then you get them to point B, which is basically feeling secure, feeling confident, not having that insecurity slash problem anymore, right? This is basically what you need to do with insecurity or problem. Now, a lot of the times I also get, I don't have it here, but this is just as a side note, is a lot of the times, how do you find these markets, right? How do you actually get to find products that work on these? The first thing you need to do is not try to find them. It's gonna sound stupid, but when you try to find a market like this, you're usually going to search up, and you're going to usually go down a whole rabbit hole, and you're not gonna find something that is going to be as good as if you were not trying to find it. And what I mean with this is, if you just look around you, you just think. This is the only thing you need to do. Don't not try to like pinpoint find it. If you just think, or if you scroll and you see like an ad, like someone is running, let's say cream, and you just look at it, and then just think back to this whole thing with market problem insecurity. Okay, why are these people running this product? A product is not ran because it's a good product. A product is ran because the market is good. Right? If you see a product like a cream, for example, on your phone, you're scrolling, think to yourself, okay, what is the market behind this product? Okay, the market is women or men in their 30s, 40s that have all saggy skin or they have wrinkly skin, etc. There's a big insecurity that they have to deal with in their daily life, and they want to change this stuff because they're done with it. They don't want to have it anymore because it's going on daily in their life, right? Then you think to yourself, okay, that is the market. Now I can do basically the same, and this is when we will move into the product phase. But before we do that, once you have something along those lines, what you also have with a market is you can choose to have a big market, which is going to be basically something more common that is going to get everyone. Now, an example of this would be knee pain. I just mentioned it, or men being a little bit overweight, or women having wrinkles. Everyone is going to have wrinkles. A lot of men just could have a belly, or just want to be better in better shape. And knee pain, everyone can experience, especially if you get older. This is basically general. This is also everlasting, which I didn't really put in here because if you're going to start a brand, I think it makes more sense to genuinely just start a brand that is going to be everlasting, as in evergreen, like not just a winter brand or just a summer brand. I don't think those make too much sense. And even if you do that, you usually move into making it all season. So if you run a summer clothing shorts brand, you're gonna make sure you're also gonna sell winter clothing, autumn clothing, spring clothing, whatever. Right? You're gonna get there. So I don't believe in this whole evergreen branding thing. I don't think really it exists. Besides that, you have basically a big or a specific brand. Now, big, for example, knee pain. Everyone can experience this. It's not really specific to like a really really specific person. Now, your custom avatar, which you're going to target with your ads, with your creatives, can get there after you do your research. So once again, that's going to come after we do our research. We're going to target them with the creatives. That's going to come then. But until that point, you have to choose if you're going to go really specific into some sort niche, or you're going to choose if you're going to go into a bigger market where you could find different type of products that could fit, or different types of people that could experience this, right? Now, examples is basically people with weight or people with knee pain. Everyone can experience this. You can be 30-year-old and you can have, you can be overweight. You can be 60 years old, you can be overweight. You can be a man of 30, you can be overweight. You can be a woman of 60 or 30, you can be overweight. Basically, everyone can experience this. Now, something very niche, I know it's not really something to advertise on. That's also why I put it. Is, for example, carpenters. Now, carpenters is not going to be everyone. Like, if you think about one carpenter, you probably don't know one. But if you think about someone with knee pain or some weight, probably know someone, even maybe inside your family or friend group, right? But carpenters, you don't really have anything that is such a big, it's not such a big niche that people genuinely just want to go into and advertise to. But if you search up things for carpenters, or for example, a drill, what is this brand called? Makimo drill. I don't have the picture of it here, but a Makimo drill goes for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Reason being, it just does the job a little bit faster. Maybe it just feels a bit nicer, but because they're so niche, they're carpenters. They just want to, even that 1 second, or even that little, the gram of weight, less gram of weight on their ankle, it could help them. So they're willing to pay $300, $400 for a fucking drill. While usually people pay 50 to maybe maximum 100 for a drill, like the common people, right? Like basically everyone, right? So if you go very niche, you can ask higher prices, right? And you can go into a group of people that are desperate for your products. If you go very common, you could, advertise to everyone. You won't be able to ask the highest prices, but you will be able to attract more customers. Now, that is basically the market in a nutshell. Of course, your market can be more deeper than this. It doesn't really have to be just problem or insecurity. You can solve other things. Basic needs. I'll give you an example. Everyone needs a vacuum. Is it a problem if you don't have a vacuum? Not really, but kind of. But it's basically daily essential. Now, food is also something. Or usually with supplements, you don't really need it, but a lot of people want it because it solves something in their life. Might not have to be, it doesn't have to be a huge problem, right? But a lot of people want to have it. Now, once we scroll over here, this is the market part, right? Especially the insecurity problem. Keep this in mind, especially these things. It affecting them in their daily life, and they're experiencing pain from it, especially on the insecurity part, right? Emotional pain. You can find products that can fit into this. Now, we already went over some examples with the overweight thing, with the wrinkles thing, etc., etc. But what we can also do, for example, let's say we have already an existing problem. We don't have to per se give them a knee massager for their knee pain, right? You can come up with something else. We don't have to per se give them a back corrector for their back pain, right? A lot of the times when you go into markets which are quite saturated, it doesn't mean it's bad. Saturation is good. I want you guys to also write this down if you don't know this already or don't really think this. Saturation is good because saturation shows us that people are selling this product and people are buying the product. Now, what we need to do is we need to make it better, right? Two ways. Or we have an existing problem and we come with a different product, or we have an existing product and we change the angle. We'll go into both of them. Let's start with the existing problem. Let's say we already have back pain, or we have knee pain, or we have some sort of pain while basically going through our daily life. You can't walk properly, sitting hurts from your back or from your knees, blah blah blah. Right? This is a big problem that already exists. People sell these knee massages all the time. People sell back correctors all the time. It's everywhere. If you search up knee massager, probably on Facebook ad library, you're gonna find hundreds of people advertising the same product. The reason why it's not working for 99 of those 100 people, but working only for one, those one, first of all, came or with the product, or they're trying something unique with their angles, right? So this one is a different angle with the same product. Now, we're not looking into that. We have the same problem, but we're just going to change our product. We're going to change our messaging on the product as well, so we can go into the same problem, but change it. Now, for example, let's say people are experiencing back pain, right? Instead of selling a back corrector, like everyone does, everyone sells a back corrector. Back pain, back corrector. Back pain, back corrector, or back massager, something along those lines. But if you think to yourself, okay, everyone is doing this stuff, right? What if you change that back pain or those, what is it called? The back corrector, the product, to ergonomic shoes, right? Not back straightener, not back corrector. You change it to ergonomic and bare feet shoes. Now, you might think, all right, that doesn't make sense. If you come over with the correct messaging, which we'll go over later, it will make sense. Now, I'll give you an example. Instead of saying, oh, back pain, your back hurts, this and that, what you can say is, are you also experiencing back pain? The root of the problem is not that your back isn't straight. The root of the problem is that your lower part of your body is not functioning as they should according to the rest of your body. And this is caused by modern day shoes. These shoes are basically designed in a way to limit your movement, and then blah blah blah. You get the point. You already tried this, you already tried that, it doesn't work. This is why you need ergonomic shoes. This is why you need bare feet shoes. If you change your bare feet shoes, you get the shocks from the ground differently, so your back doesn't feel blah blah. You get the point. Different messaging. This is what it's about. It's not per se about the product, it's about the messaging around the product. Now, if you can come up with something like this, you can make a huge change because no one thinks of this stuff, right? As an example, I'm not just giving this. Another one. I'll actually just work that out right now. 1 second. For example, a sauna, right? Easy. Everyone is saying the sauna is good. 1 second, it's lagging. Let me just. Oh, there we already have something else. Anyways, everyone is saying sauna is good. Why? Because for recovery. Yes, it does help with recovery, and everyone is advertising upon recovery. But what if you say, instead of it's going to help you recover faster, you sleep better? So your messaging is different. What if you come from this angle, right? If you come from this angle, people have never seen anyone say, oh, sauna helps you sleep better. It does. Because of your messaging, you can also work around it. And then you don't target these people anymore. You have the same product, exact same product, like a portable sauna, you get the point. Or the back pain product, right? The back straightener, exact same product. But you don't come along with the recovery, right? You don't say, oh, it's good for your recovery. Everyone on on Facebook ad library, on TikTok, if you go scroll, if you even search a portable sauna, everyone says, oh, I'm an athlete, I always have problems with recovery, this is what it's good for. Instead of saying that, it's kind of the same thing, recover and sleep better, but you just change your whole messaging around it. You say, a sauna makes you help sleep better. Now you're also targeting a bigger range of people that don't need to recover because they don't go to the gym, for example, but they have a shitload of problems sleeping better. Right? Perfect. You can play into that. And because it's going to be also addition of a different market, it's going to be able to give you also a wider market because you're taking from a different market at the same time. So the whole thing with having an existing problem, back pain, right? Sauna or recovery, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You want to recover better. Instead of going at it from the whole same angle, like, yeah, get the back straightener, blah, 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 you come with a different product, which is for the same problem. The root problem is basically back pain, but you come from it from a different angle, which is going to be ergonomic shoes or bare feet shoes. Going to change the wording around it, right? You're going to say, oh, or it's on your knees. For example, you can also say it has to do with your knees. Your knees are not supporting well on your hips, and that is shooting up to your back because of this. People have hernia, people have scoliosis, blah, blah, blah. You just work around your messaging. Or the same thing with the sauna. Instead of saying, "Oh, sauna helps you recover better, your muscles help recover, your muscles heal faster." Instead of saying this shit, you just go straight into a sauna makes you sleep better, right? Because when you're in the sauna, your brain goes into this hemosis mode, blah 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 mode, and then you sleep better. And once you sleep better, you're going to be energized for the next. You get the point. People are big about this because of their 9 to 5. They can't sleep well. They need to wake up fresh in the morning. This is also why coffee is a huge thing. People are selling, what is this called? Mushroom blends, vitamin D3. Everyone is tired. Everyone has this grogginess, the tiredness. If you can come along from this point of sauna and sleep better, for the same point of, oh, you're so groggy, you're so tired in the morning, you don't have energy, use the sauna. Oh shit. Use the sauna, you're going to feel better. That could be a whole different angle and it could take you to new levels, right? All right. That is basically the whole thing with an existing problem, different product. Now, let's say we already have an existing product for the same market, right? We have a market, let's say it is, well, you can see it, it is this one. A lot of you guys probably already know what it is. If you know what it is, type it in the chat. I'm just going to ramble on for a minute and then I'm going to explain what it is. Now, it looks like a necklace, but you see it in this guy's mouth here. There's a reason why it's in this guy's mouth. Now, what this product basically does, and what it went viral for, was that it was a product that already existed, and someone changed the angle from this to basically it helps you stop vaping. It helps you overcome an addiction, right? Very smart, very good. And this is this one, stop vaping. Now, what you can do with this one, instead of saying stop vaping, you're targeting a lot of people that vape, which is a good target, which is not a bad market. You can change the market around it by saying this reduces your anxiety. Bro, there's 100 times more people that have anxiety. If you go into it's the same exact product. You don't change the product at all. You change your messaging on your website, you change your messaging on your creative, you change your research, everything about it. But people have never seen this as used as reducing anxiety before. People, you guys might know it. There's this thing that gives you like shocks in your hand. You just hold it, reduce anxiety. Stupid product, but people buy it because it reduces the anxiety. If you can say that, if you can convince people with your messaging, just sucking on a necklace is going to reduce anxiety, which it could for some people because it calms you down. You can make shitloads of money with it. And the reason behind it is everyone has seen this product. Everyone that sees it thinks, oh, it's a vape necklace. It's also literally search up vape necklace to find this thing. That's it. It's literally done as a vape necklace now. That's it. People see it as a vape necklace. This is the name of it. If you change this to anxiety necklace, it's a whole different game. It's a whole different market, whole bigger market, and your messaging is completely different from everyone that's doing this. Now, if you guys already noticed, what we try to do with the market and the product is we try to find a working, good market. We're not trying to find a shit market that doesn't work. We're not trying to find we're not trying to find I'm not going to say a market that doesn't want, that people don't sell already to. We're not trying to find I don't know, 1 in a 1,000,000 market. We don't find that market. You're not looking for that. You try to find a market that people do advertise to. You're trying to find a market that people are selling in already. This is good. Someone said, I have to go. Thanks for the value so far. We'll check the recording back later. Of course, Kevin. I'll record. I'll put it up in the course as well. So again, we're not trying to look for a different market. We're not trying to look for a crazy new market that no one has seen before. This is not the point. What we're trying to look is for a good market that works, and we're trying to find or a product that is already in there, right? For the knee massager, for example, you can't really change the angle of a knee massager, but maybe you can, like, instead of saying for knee pain, for relaxation. I don't know. It helps you sleep better because your knees are connected to your neural pathways, and your neural pathways, if they get vibrations in them, you sleep better. You sleep better, become 8 hours sleep. You're not tired anymore. You get the point. You can message it different. It's a bit harder to do this because it's a random example of knee massager or knee pain. But what we're trying to do is find a good market that a lot of people want to pay big money for, and trying to find existing products in there and change the angle. And if you can play upon emotions, especially like this on anxiety, what's going to happen is people are going to want to pay more, right? Because reducing your anxiety, look, this necklace is worth nothing. It's probably people think also, but I'll pay $5 maximum, $9, $10, that's it. No, not that big of that, maybe 20, that's it. But if you say it reduces your anxiety, or if you say, what if I told you I can reduce your anxiety 100% guaranteed only for $40, right? People think to themselves, okay, shit, I do have anxiety. I don't want to have it anymore. I want to reduce it. I want to have less anxiety. And he says 100% with the guarantee, 100% guarantee, blah, blah, blah. All right, fuck it. Let's go for it. And then it's basically the necklace. But your messaging is not about the necklace. It's about the anxiety. That's it. So it's about messaging most of the times. We're going to come there later. Or you find basically an existing problem. Just find a different product to it, right? Back straightener. People have the market is basically back pain. A lot of people have a lot of back pain. And you just change it from back straightener, which everyone sells, to ergonomic shoes, bare feet shoes. Same thing with the sauna. Sauna is usually used for recovery. Now, instead of going only into recovery, you go into sleeping better, right? That's it. You just basically find the same, let's say, the same problem they have, but you solve it with a different product. That is it. Now, is all of these two so clear so far? Before I move on to the next part. Yes? All right, perfect. If there's any questions, or also you can just let me know. All right, now, oops, almost showed everything. Now there's a long ass fucking red line here, so let's go further. If we have a market that we think is good, and we want to do research for it, let's take for example the knee pain market, and I'll just give it as an example. It's not a good example, but we find a knee massager. This is the product we want to use, right? What we want to do with this is we want to research exactly what our customer wants. If you know exactly what our customer wants, we can play upon every single word that they say. Now, if you do something along the lines of skincare, if you do something along the lines of shoes, like feet problems, people have I don't know, issues with their feet. They have fungus, or I don't know, some fucking feet thing, or people have back problems. What I want you to do when you do your research is really look into what words people are using. Now, I kept using the word messaging the whole time. Messaging is basically talking in the same language or same words your customers would be talking in, your custom avatar. Now, everyone's custom avatar is going to be different, right? If you do skincare, it's going to be different than knee pain. If you do knee pain, it's going to be different than scoliosis. Of course, they could like fade over into each other. They could have you could have a couple people or multiple people that have kind of the same problems, but everyone's going to be different and it's going to be unique. So when you do your research, I want you to look exactly into what they're saying and bring out a notepad with your pen and paper, or better than a pen and paper, make a whole new Google Sheets, Google presentation, and find literally the words that they're mentioning. Okay? For example, when we do our research, one of the biggest things you can look for is pain points. Now, with the knee pain, let's say people have arthritis. If people keep mentioning the word arthritis, I've read 100 reviews, I've seen 59 times or 60 times, 70 times arthritis, I'm going to keep that in my mind. My website is going to have arthritis in there. My creatives are going to have arthritis in there. My whole product is going to have arthritis. It's basically going to be messaged upon what their biggest needs are, biggest pain points are, right? If you do skincare and someone is basically saying aging, or you see all the time aging, anti-aging, I wanted to not age, I didn't want to age, you have to play upon aging. That's it. If you are doing something for the feet and you see all the time smell, people are saying, oh, my feet smell bad, my feet smell, oh, fungus. Keep using those words. You want to dig into the pain points as deep as you can. More specific you are, the better. The more specific you go into their real pain, the better it's going to be for them. So an example of this one would be with the knee pain. Let's say someone says, I've had arthritis, I can't spend time with my grandkids, right? Because she can't move or he can't move. And if you see the word arthritis mentioned 60 times and grandkids 40 times, play into that. When you make your creatives, we're going to dive more deep into this. I'm going to keep it with these three only for now, but because it's going to be otherwise a bit too much. Because If you don't have a product yet, a lot of you guys don't, because a lot of you guys just started with it. Some of you guys already do. So it would also be very. I'll mention also your categories, so you guys also can like put, like have ideas there. But if you don't have a product yet, we're not going to go into the fucking creative so far. Of course, you're going to think about the creatives already in your head going into the future. But without having a product or a market, you don't want to go into the creatives. We want to find a market first. We want to find a product that's going to fit in it first, if it's going to fit, of course. This we're also going to validate with our research. Now, with our research, we're going to get to know everything about our custom avatar. This is it. Once we have those three set in place, then we move over to creatives, then we move over to the website, then we move over to all the practical stuff. Research, believe it or not, I know people that are doing millions a month, and they are all still doing research every single day, if not every single week. So going back into it, if someone keeps mentioning arthritis and grandkids all the time, you want to play into that. On your website, for example, you can leave basically like a header. Don't leave your grandkids hanging again, right? Because they can't play with their grandkids, or get rid of the arthritis that's been bothering you your whole life. No more arthritis bothering you, for example, right? Or, for example, in your creatives, what you can also do, by example, by a hook, you can also say, for example, you want to hire like a person, let's say a 67-year-old guy, he has grandkids. You're going to hire him and you're going to write out a script. When you write out the script, you're going to mention these pain points, these benefits, etc. I'm going to jump into the rest later. But what you're going to mention in the creatives is, for example, I've had arthritis my whole life and I couldn't play with my grandkids for so long and it bothered me so much. By example, this is a hook. I've had arthritis for so long, for 50 years, 40 years, whatever, and I couldn't play with my grandkids and it bothered me so much. This is basically what these people are thinking, like, shit, I also have arthritis, I also can't play with my grandkids, and it bothers me a load. So they think, okay, I have to watch further, because you're speaking exactly upon your avatar, right? So pain points. You want to dig into what really, really pushes them. If you dig into what pushes them, if you know this, then you can literally not convince, but basically get someone over to believe your product is the solution to it, because you're going to solve their big pain point. Now, after pain points, we also have benefits, right? You also want to know what the benefits are of your product. With the knee pain, it's going to massage your knees. It's going to basically allow your joints to free up, and you're going to be able to walk for a longer period of time again. It's the benefit, by example. And it's not, the benefit is not the product has 3 massage sections. It's not about that. Or with skincare, it's not about, the product has this formula. Not about the fucking formula. Not about the massage. It's not about the feature. This doesn't matter. No one gives a shit about this. If you can solve their pain point with the benefit the product has, so pain point and benefit also usually have to do with each other. So if someone on Amazon buys the knee massager and says in the benefits, now I'm able to walk for hours again, I'm able to go on hikes with my friends, basically means they're going to be able to walk for a longer period of time, or basically go on hikes again, right? This is the benefit. This is what you want to mention to people. Not fucking has 3 massaging modes. No one gives a shit. And desires, basically what they want. Pain points is basically what I told you. Arthritis, they can't do something. A desire is what they want to get to. What their point A is basically their pain points. Point B is their desires. Point A is arthritis, can't play with grandkids, can't go on a hike, can't do this, can't walk, can't sit properly, can't do blah 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 blah, right? Or aging, or this or that. Desires is, I want to be able to walk freely again. I want to be able to walk up the stairs again, right? This, you also see people, I haven't had the feeling of walking upstairs for such a long time, or I haven't had the feeling of not feeling pain, right? This type of stuff. Basically, what their point B is, where they want to go to, is a desire. You want to push upon these as much as you can. Now, not too much, where you're going to say, you have arthritis. Calm down. You're not going to go fucking push them on everything, but you want to push little buttons here and there. So they're going to think, okay, this is speaking to me. Like I said, I have arthritis. I can't play with my grandkids and go on hikes with my friends anymore. And I thought my life was over. I thought I was going to be like this for the rest of my life. I've heard from many friends that this and that, blah, blah, and then you show some reviews. We'll get into the creative parts. But this is how you're going to do that. And also alternatives. This is also a very big point. You also want to do research upon your alternatives. Now, knee pain, for example, has loads of alternatives. There are people that do surgeries. There are people that place like a metal rod in their knee. There are people that what is this called? Go to physio. right? Knee pain for the knee pain, etc. Do exercise for their legs. Besides that, you have knee braces. Let's say knee massage. These are 3 or 4 different alternatives of your knee pain. Now you want to find out about these as much as you can, because what we're going to do is we're going to say, have you tried physio and knee braces already before? Or in the video, he's going to say, for example, the old guy that we're having in the creative. I'm going to jump into it later once again. But by example, we would say, I've tried physio, I've tried knee braces, and I've also tried needling, but all of them didn't work for me. They only left me out for worse, blah, blah, blah. So you're basically making the alternatives seem like shit, right? So people saying your product is the only, and it's the solution. There's nothing else. The whole world is blocked. This is the product. That's it. This is what you want to put in their head, right? So also do research about your alternatives. See what people are saying. Are people saying acupuncture? Are people saying needling? Or are people more like physio? I tried this a lot, but didn't help. What is the failed alternatives that people talk about? Now, once again, while you're writing these, write them down, right? For example, if people mentioned the arthritis, write arthritis. On benefits, what they mentioned, after using this, I feel my joints don't hurt anymore. Joints, no pain, right? Just write it down on your computer, every single thing. Desires, where do they want to go to? Play with their grandkids. Go for hikes again. Be able to sit down peacefully, right? Alternatives, write them all down. What are the alternatives? Field alternatives. Okay, we have here, for example, physio. We have needling. We have acupuncture. We have, I don't know, cold showers or cold baths. Whatever the fuck it is. Write them all down. Goes for the same with skincare. Goes for the same with for anything. Objections also is something that people say before trying the product. So this is a lot of times what they're going to have what they're going to be skeptical about, right? This is one point of objections, and the second point I'm going to get into in a second. So if you see someone, yeah, before buying, I thought to myself, oh, maybe this is not going to solve it, or it's not going to heal my pain because of this. It's not going to help me because of that, or it's going to leave a side effect, for example, right? This is one. Or two, what could be with objections is that you're going to look at the bad reviews. You're going to read also with the bad reviews, you're going to see, oh, I tried it and it was this. I tried it didn't help because it did this. I tried it and I only got more pain. Read those things. What we want to do is we want to improve on those points. Because if we improve on the bad things, especially later down the line, once our product gets better, once we do a more expensive product and we make the product better, our price rise up, but we genuinely look out for customer satisfaction, someone is going to refer to their other friend that has knee pain. That friend is going to refer to another one. They're going to leave a good review. They're going to be repeat customers. You can upsell them with other things. You have knee pain, you probably also have back pain. Sell them something on back pain. You have back pain, you probably have shoulder pain. Sell them something there. You get the point. It's just upsell. You just sell them different, and you just continue like this, right? So with objections, you want to look for something that is was holding them back from buying if they already bought, or with negative reviews. What are they saying? What was bad about the experience? What did they want that they didn't get, right? What they didn't or couldn't achieve? This is what you want to look for. And write all these things down. I'm going to show you where we're going to find all these things, right? From reviews, from people actually mentioning them, people actually like giving their opinion about these, etc., etc. But these are the things we're looking for: pain points, benefits, desires, alternatives, and objections. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example with skincare, right? So it's going to be skincare now. Reason why, so you guys also can okay, it's not just about knee pain because it's easier one. Now, skincare could be, for example, a pain point was someone saying, I felt very insecure because my skin was sagging. Let's say a jawline thing, like a cream they have to put on. This is the product, and they before putting it on, it was like sagging. It was like hanging a little bit. A lot of women have this, especially when you get to 40, 50. You also would know it's a bit saggy there. It happens. It's not much you can do about it, but we can come up with a solution, right? Anyways, this is the pain point. My skin was saggy, but it's not about the skin being saggy. It's about them feeling insecure about the skin being saggy, right? It's about them feeling like they have to put extra makeup there because the skin is saggy, right? It's basically what someone would genuinely do in their daily life, where you just want to dive deep into it, the pain points. Now, benefit would be after using the product is that the wrinkles there would be gone, by example, or that the skin would be less saggy, the skin would be tighter, right? You have to look for the words like this. So if they mention the benefit, they say, my skin felt tighter and my skin felt a bit softer or more smooth, more clean. These words, write them down. These are keywords you have to use on your website, on your creatives, everything. If someone is using the knee pain and they say as a benefit the word the whole time joint pain free. My joint pain is gone, joint pain is away, joint pain is free. If you just have to use this word joint pain free. It's 3 words, but you get the point. Joint pain free. This is what you have to focus into. With skincare, you have to focus into what they say. Okay, did it help their skin become a bit tighter? Did it help their skin, make them look younger? Did it remove wrinkles? What did it do? Skin tighter, tighter skin, tight skin. Mention this fucking in your ads. Mention this in your website. Everywhere. This has got to be your messaging. This is all about messaging now. The pain points, benefits, desires, objections, all this is messaging. This is how we really go into it. This is how we go into the messaging. Now, by example, this one also. If you find this and if you see people say, it reduced my anxiety, I'm not anxious anymore, or they say, I'm more social. The word social you see like 60 times and 100 reviews, use social. Tell them, okay, if you use this, you're going to lose your anxiety and you're going to become more social, by example, right? Or the same thing for the sauna. If people say, as a keyword, benefit, as a keyword, they have more deep REM sleep, like this shit. The geeks about this know that, not the geeks, everyone would know, but people that are like really geeky about sleeping and whatever, like deep sleep, recovery, and all this big shit, they would know. If everyone is mentioning in the Amazon reviews, which we'll get into in a second, Amazon reviews, YouTube reviews, competitor reviews, everywhere saying like, oh, I've had so much deeper REM sleep, or I've had so much deeper this, or I wake up with less pain, or I wake up less groggy. Use these words, right? Keep these words on a whole Google Docs. Use them every single time you can on your website, on your creatives, with your influencers, with your script, everywhere. Now, for skincare, desires would be they want to feel younger again. They want to have better skin, right? They don't want to feel old anymore. They want to feel younger, right? For example. Now, alternatives could be they tried needling, they tried Botox, or I don't fucking know. They tried different creams, they tried this cream, that cream, or they tried, gua sha, but it didn't work. These are alternatives. If someone is saying 40 times, or not someone, people are saying 40 times gua sha didn't work, then go into gua sha didn't work. Gua sha is not what works. Gua sha is not what we want. Blah, blah, blah. Say this in your influencers, in your influencer marketing, TikToks, organic, on your ads, on your website, everywhere. You want to focus into these things. Objections. Someone could have said, for example, oh, I thought it was going to leave with side effects. It was going to leave my skin red. I thought this before. I was so skeptical about buying it. I bought it. It didn't. These are the bad reviews. You focus extremely on this, especially with skincare. This is where usually people go into, because look, knee pain is a big thing, right? But if it's not like something like inserting something into your body, you're fine with buying a massage, because like, oh, let's see it out if it actually works. But if it is more like something you genuinely have to put inside your skin or on your skin, you think to yourself, so I'm gonna put cream on there. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna get an allergy. Maybe I'm gonna get sick. Maybe my skin is gonna become bad, because you see these things all the time. People use, for example, a lash serum and their lashes fall off, or men use hair minoxidil or something. Their hair falls off. Something, they go bald. Right? People are scared of this stuff. So skeptical, or people actually mentioning like bad reviews, like, oh, this is what was so bad, this is what I didn't want, etc. That's where you need to go into. Yep, definitely. Do research on Reddit, Amazon reviews, competitors, luxury reviews. Use Vogue.ai to speed things up, or download reviews and drop in ChatGPT to help identify common things. Especially, yep. So you focus on one main pain and focus on main specific avatar, personal, more generic. At the beginning, we want to make sure we focus more on one thing first, right? We look at our competitors. Let's say we're doing something along the lines of it, but we improve it with these pain points, etc. We want to make it something like it. Now, I'm going to jump into this with the website and the creators part more. But by example, if you want to make a video, our competitors start with the knee pain example. Someone says, I've had this problem so long for my life and I can't do this. We're taking that exact same framework. We're not going to copy it exactly. We're taking that exact same framework, applying our pain points, the ones we find the most common, right? Or the benefits that we find the most common, whatever their desires we find the most common, we're going to apply those. Now, Vlad already mentioned it. Where are we going to find this, right? Very simple. It is not as complicated as you think. The number one thing, and I seriously mean this, is Amazon. Amazon is huge. I don't know how much money they make, but they make a shitload of money. People buy loads of products there. And with Amazon, the biggest thing that you want to do when you're reading the reviews, and I love this so much about Amazon. People, bro, every time I look for, if I'm starting a new brand, or if I'm doing research again for my brands, and I was trying to come up with new points, etc. Bro, every time there's someone that leaves like a review that is like, I don't know, 10 minutes to read. This is what you're looking for with Amazon, especially if you see the review, for example, like this, and you see like multiple people found this helpful. If you see multiple people found this helpful, that is what you go for. Now, this is the knee pain thing, right? I recently purchased blah blah, and then they're going to go more into the um, into the points of it. Now, what you see here, for example, this is a word. I've not done proper research on knee pain. It's not my brand, but it says, for example, this massager blah blah. It comes with this. But for example, once you read through it, I noticed that my knee pain was less severe, and the swelling had decreased considerably. Swelling, right? So apparently, swelling is a benefit. Swelling is decreased, and the knee pain is less severe. This is good. That's what you want to look for. Now, what you can also see, maybe for example, if you read further, probably I didn't click on read more, but it probably would have said I had this before, or I had that before. That is what you're looking for with the pain points, or before buying with the objections or alternatives that they try, right? This is what you're looking for. A review that genuinely goes into 12 people found this helpful, multiple 50 people found this helpful, right? And a whole lot of text. The more text, the better. The more you want to dive into that. This is where you're going to find everyone talking about your product. Now, Amazon is by far one of the best, if not the best. Like cream for skin, we focus in one problem, or we try a different problem and we drop it online. One problem. So let's say you have a skincare that is for, let's say the loose skin again. You have a loose skin thing. You're not going to say, oh, it removes wrinkles. No, fuck wrinkles. We're not focusing on wrinkles. We're looking for loose skin. It tightens loose skin. This is what we're looking for, right? This is the product. That's it. Now, after it goes good, if it goes well, or if it doesn't go well, then we can try different angles of it. But at the beginning, we go for this, right? We go for the loose skin getting tightened, loose skin going away, right? Besides that, let's say we go with the knee pain thing. This one is called, for example, Carilla, whatever. You probably have another one on Amazon. You probably have another person dropshipping. You probably have another person actually having a full-grown brand on this. Competitors, you want to read their reviews too, because usually they're also going to be selling similar products like yours, just with their name on it. This is it. Now, if you read their reviews, you see, like, for example, people saying, oh, it arrived and I used it and it was this and it was. Take the pain points, take the benefits, take the desires, take the objections, alternatives, every single thing you can. Take them. This is what you want. And with alternatives, you don't really want to mention like other competitors, unless it's like, for example, skincare. You could say, oh, I tried the Maybelline mascara and it didn't help, for some example, right? Just that one, because a lot of people know Maybelline, and if you just shit on them, be careful not to shit on them too much. But if you just say like, oh, fuck Maybelline, or Maybelline didn't work, and you say I tried this and it worked so well, it's a bit different, right? Then Reddit, also very good. Now, you guys probably noticed too, you had a problem, like some really specific random problem, and you see a Reddit forum on it. I don't know how, but everyone tends to have the same kind of problems, or same kind of issues. People go really deep on this. Now, even if it's not the main message that goes deep on it, there's people replying to it that goes really, really deep. This is what you're also looking for. You want to read through those. You want to read through what the answers are. You want to see what people have used as alternatives. You want to see what people say about their pain points. Like, oh, I have this so much, because people go really a lot into this. That is what you get also from Reddit. Now, YouTube is a good one, because a product demo. This is basically plus TikTok. I didn't have it really in there, but plus TikTok. You get the point. But this is quite common. Anyways, YouTube is a different one than TikTok. Of course, TikTok is a bit easier. You search up about the product. Also, when you search about the product, search up about the Amazon one, right? Search up, for example, the Carilla wireless knee massager. Search that up. Search up about your competitor, not just knee massager or knee pain go away or whatever. Search up about their exact name, because you will find their TikTok accounts, their Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts. You will find comments under their posts. You will find people making reviews about their videos, people saying it's good or it's bad about their videos, people find stitching about their videos, etc. All these type of things. Or you will find other people actually using it in an ad format. So basically someone, influencer marketing, blah, 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 right? This you also find on TikTok. Now, YouTube is a different one. A lot of the times with YouTube, what you find is more product demos, and people comment under these product demos. Here you can also find a lot. Facebook communities, depending on the niche, also works really well. So, for example, if you have a really, really niche thing, for example, carpenters, right? I mentioned this in the beginning. You're gonna probably find someone mentioning Makita drill a lot of the times, because when it's very niche, people just want to just help each other out with these type of things, so they form a whole community about it. Now, knee pain, you probably have communities, but it's probably not gonna be as helpful as a carpenter one, for example, right? Or for example, makeup, it could be very, very good because you'll find like a niche, not per se on makeup or not per se like really common on like, oh, skincare or something, but you'll find something along the lines of, I don't know, aging or more like a specific group of people that want to prevent the common problem, right? So these are basically where you find all your research, where you do all your research and where you find all the problems about your product, all the benefits, pain points, objections, everything about your product, right? This is the research section. This goes on for hours and hours and hours. For Amazon, you probably a minimum that you have to read is, I don't know, couple hundred. So you really even get it in your head, so you understand how your customer talks. And when you choose a product on Amazon, go to the front page, search it up, and see like Amazon's choice. These are usually, at least from what I've found, to be better products, and people go more into depth in the review section. This is very important. This is what you're looking for. This is what you want to take out, and this is what you want to use. I personally look what Vlad said. For example, you can go to Voc.ai and they can like summarize the what is this called? Summarize the issues, etc. I personally like reading through everything first, and the reason why I like doing this is it puts it more into my perspective. I can really just, instead of reading key points about it, I can really just think to myself how it would be to be in their position, how it would be to not play with your grandkids anymore, right? That seems really fucked up to me. If I'm old, I want to play with my grandkids, by example. So I can really like imagine myself in an old person's shoes, where they have a lot of knee pain. They genuinely just can't get about it, and they just have to change it. Even my tone is sounding different because it sounds like you want to change it. So if you read more about it, in my opinion, especially at the beginning, if you're not too experienced, genuinely just go through, read everything, because this is going to give you more of an idea. Like, okay, this is actually what it's about. This is actually what it does. This is actually how it helps, etc. Right? This is what you want. So this is the first part of it. Now, just a quick summary before we get into the questions. On the market, focus on insecurity. This is my biggest tip to going into a market. When you see a product, how to find the market is this also. Basically just scrolling, going through about your daily life. I don't really recommend searching up like market, knee pain, or I don't know, skincare or wrinkly skin, aging. I don't really recommend searching too much about it. I think it's better if you just, or test a product first, and then you see if it's, as drop shipping, and then you go with it and it goes good, and then you go more into like seeing, okay, is this a good market? Can I make a brand out of this? Right? That's option one. Or option two, or basically scrolling on your phone, right? And going on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, and you see like a product, you're like, that's actually, a good product and it fits at a certain market. For example, I might fucking start a blue light glasses brand because looks ugly. It's good, it helps, but it looks ugly. So this is also a market that is big, and I think I could do way better than other people. Why? Because I can change very, very different things on the products, right? I can get an existing problem, or no, I can take an existing product, and I could change the angle on it with the blue light glasses, for example. That's how I think. So problem insecurity, people have to experience in their daily life, or it has to be such a huge pain that they want to get rid of it, that they're dying to get rid of it, right? And depending on if you want to go big or very niche, it has benefits, it has cons, both of them do. If you go very big, it could be very common and you could be targeting everyone around the fucking globe. Not the best idea. Nike, for example, with shoes, almost everyone targeted, right? So I recommend go semi-niche, but also don't go very niche that you only target carpenters or flight attendants only for, I don't know, some weird thing. Not the best, especially as a beginner. You want to look more for a semi-specific niche, right? For example, being the vape thing or, reducing anxiety. Not everyone has it, but it is still very niche that people would pay shitload of money for it. So, two options with the products, or you find an existing product like this vape thing, and you just change the angle, right? And instead of saying stop vaping, it becomes reduce anxiety. right? Or instead of it being just a normal necklace, it becomes reduced anxiety. Also have with these rings, you can like ring, like fucking turn the ring around. Instead of saying, oh, it looks so cool, it's a gift from my girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck. Say it reduces anxiety. Different angle. Works more emotional. Existing problem, you just find a different product to it. Now, if you have back pain, instead of selling a back straightener, you sell ergonomic or bare feet shoes because this helps the shocks absorb in your feet. It helps to your knees and your hips and your this part and that part, and then your back has less pain. Simple as that. Sauna, instead of recovering better, you sleep better. Your sleep goes deeper into REM. Blah blah blah. You go into that, right? With the research, you want to look for these points, pain points, benefits, desires, alternatives, and objections. And you find these on Amazon competitors, your Reddit, YouTube, Facebook communities, and also TikTok. Very big. Especially on Amazon when you're looking for it. Always, boys, I seriously mean this. Amazon's choice, and multiple people found this helpful. This life changer, bro. Especially the big messages. This is genuinely going to give you so much more insight on your whole customer avatar. Now, I have more about the website, the creatives, the ads, fulfillment, etc. But this is for another day because it's already 40 to 50 minutes long recording. First, absorb this, find a market, go to that market, check what kind of product can fit on it, check if you need to change the angle of the product, or check if you need to change the product itself, right? And then do research. This, by far, so far, at least from now, is the biggest takeaway from here, right? Find something that is good, these, and do so much research on it that you basically feel like you're also in the same problem with knee pain. That you in your head know exactly, it's basically going to someone's door that has knee pain, and you know that you're gonna sell them because you know the ins and outs about their problem, right? You can, for example, mention, oh, it took you so long to get to the door, you problem, blah, blah, you get the point. Do so much research that you know every single thing about them. This is by far the most important thing about research, right? So, for today, this is going to be it. Now, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we're going to jump in for some questions. All right.